Oh, just excruciating to watch that interview. I want to bring in Anna Schecter from CBS's Crime and Safety Unit. Anna, it's frankly been a while since we've talked about Nancy Guthrie and this case. Is there still a full team of people from multiple agencies working this case in Tucson?
You still have multiple agents, local, state, and federal, but several weeks back they actually moved the hub from Tucson to Phoenix. That is where the FBI has set up a command post. And the people working on this team, so its various agencies, have contributed detectives and agents to continue to work on this. They all meet in Phoenix, which is a couple of hours away, but they are working. They're still shifted round the clock. They're working on this. They are chasing down tips that have continued to come in. Of course, the pace has slowed down, but it is frustrating that they really don't know anything for sure. And Savannah says that in this interview with Hoda Kotb, and I think that's really important. They had leads. There were those 2 ransom letters that they took seriously that Savannah says she believes are real, and our FBI sources said they are credible because of the specific information in them. But apart from those notes, which didn't really lead anywhere in terms of to a specific suspect, they don't know who that is in that ring cam video that you have seen on your screen showing somebody at her front door several weeks before the abduction and the night of her abduction.
And you could obviously see the pain that this horrible ordeal has had on the Guthrie family. Did anything else stand out to you, though, from the interview with Savannah that we didn't know already about the case?
The thing that stood out to me is that the back doors of the house remained propped open when Savannah's sister Annie and the first responders arrived to the home. And so their first thought was, well, wait a minute, did she have a medical emergency in the middle of the night and the paramedics came in through that door or took her out of that back door? That was one of the theories that popped into their minds when they first came to the house, discovered Nancy Guthrie was missing, but that blood, those drops of blood on that front porch made it seem like that was the mode of exit. Maybe the mode of entry for the kidnapper or kidnappers was perhaps through the back door, because that blood was later checked out and determined to be Nancy Guthrie's blood. So the fact that those back doors were propped open, that was the one new bit of information about the crime scene that we learned. And the sheriff had been hesitant to tell us exactly how the kidnapper entered because it was central to the case, and now we learned a little bit more of why.
And I'm curious, does doing interviews like Savannah did on the Today Show, and even going back to work as the anchor of this national morning show, does that help with the investigation at all? I mean, each week that goes by, the chances of finding Nancy alive diminishes. Does keeping this in the news cycle make a difference?
Well, the FBI agents and the security experts that I talk to say that is what she should be doing, keeping it in the public eye, because right now they are relying on a tip from the public. They have already exhausted the technical investigative methods used by Google engineers and the FBI working together to recover those images from that ring cam system. They don't think they can recover more images. They have exhausted that. And so what do they need? They need somebody who might have seen somebody with Nancy Guthrie to come forward, or perhaps, and you hear this, the subtext of this interview is she is hoping that somebody involved in the abduction comes forward and tells all. She keeps saying it is never too late to do the right thing, and that she is praying that comes through, and law enforcement is hoping that that message will reach somebody, and they are hoping that somebody with information will come forward. They really need that one tip that cracks this case wide open, because without it, and it seems that so far they have not gotten that.
And as painful and as hard as I can only imagine it must be, she may be helping the investigation or helping her case by going on television and talking about it even a little bit each day as a reminder of this ongoing unsolved mystery.
That's right.
All right. Anna Schecter, thank you so much.